He makes two there. Ambidextrous potential, or maybe just a lefty by trade. How about Markkanen? Off the wing, confident shot. Or they score off 8 or 9 at a quick pace. There's Markkanen, catch and shoot. The three's away. Good. Markkanen, that's one of his favorite spots.
Scores in the game. Just like AD said, every time he shoots it, he thinks it's going in. Markkanen answers back. 5 minutes into the quarter. Sexton leaves it. That's a Markkanen patented three right there. Taking it from the guard. Sexton stepping right into it by 9. Let's see if they just go in for a layup. No, they're going to try an outside shot, and they get it.
Utah led this game in the first quarter by 9, but the Thunder just with some suffocating, stifling defense here. Markkanen, he'll get loose for the three.
Good matchup too. E.D. Kessler, keep an eye on it.
Markkanen has some space, bank it.
I heard him, boy.
Oh, he yelled it.
Good closeout there. Cody Williams on Aldama, making him drive.
I mean, that's wide open. Splash home three. Oh, yes.
Right shots. That early action for Keontae is very, very good to him.
Markkanen open. Bang! 6 seconds left. You're going to take a three, I'm sure. Markkanen pops out. He'll take it deep. Got it. 3.9 to play. You're going to play the foul game. Shot clock at 14. Plenty of time. Jazz come up to screen with Markkanen. Takes the ball. Pumps up a triple. Got it.
But you're noticing a theme here of guys crashing from the corners, and it's got to be attention to detail. You got to be able to check off.
Three-pointer from Markkanen, and about a 3-minute, 40-second drought ends for Utah.
Man, PJ's gotten his hands on a lot of balls, deflections, and blocks tonight.
Low turnover game for both teams. They each have 8. And there is Markkanen. Nothing but nylon for him on the three.
I'm rolling. He's got that much smaller player on him, so he's going to make it happen.
Now Markkanen. Oh, he was trying to draw a foul, and he banked in a three.
Williams, nice drive. Kick and drive. Markkanen. Bang.
Okay. Yeah, well, thank you. And again, just such a great thing to honor our veterans, active military personnel here in the building. And Markkanen rings it up for another three, and the Jazz on a run of their own lately.
I think Dame thought he was probably going to get some free throws out of that leaning in, but good job finishing, and just got to close this half strong, get a few stops, get them to cooperate. Not like that.
Boy, you tie the game, and then Markkanen does that.
Yeah, standard protocol.
And Markkanen wants to make that standard protocol. Hits the three. He's their leading three-point shooter. Collier running the show. Again, no Keontae George, starting point guard for the Jazz tonight. Markkanen swishes a three. Missing 19.5 points. That's what the Spurs are missing with Vassell out. Markkanen, another three.
Sexton picks up that rebound, and the Jazz, under 8 minutes of play in the third quarter, can take the lead back with a Markkanen three. Bang! Straight away. And Markkanen heating up. George, little jab step. They find Markkanen. He's warming up, T.
Catch and release.
Catch and release.
Keon Ellis and Alex Len both on the floor as De'Aaron Fox misses his first shot, and Lauri Markkanen makes his second. There's not a shot he can't get off. Oh, somebody hit the deck there. Is that Filipowski?
Listen, that was a no call. He's playing against bigger players, and he did not get many looks in the first half. I love that possession.
Meanwhile, Will Harding runs a play for that guy, Lauri Markkanen.
Good use of the next 12 minutes of basketball and try and go on a run, and more importantly, it's about getting stops.
Oh my God.
How do you make that shot?
The high riser, John Collins, comes away with a loose ball. Only one shot on goal for Utah. Markkanen with the second one. It's a nice one. It's a three.
Is how they come out here in this third quarter.
Markkanen for three. It's good. We've talked about it. Collier tries to run it and done, and then thinks better of it. Throws it in the corner to Markkanen for the three. Full smile in every aisle, which was the grocery store that I worked at. I'm sure you remembered me too. You probably remember that story very clearly. Markkanen knocks down a three.
spinning, hook shot, left it short.
Okay, I want Charles to remain aggressive on the offensive end of the floor.
Again, no Wemby tonight. He's gotten minutes. Charles Bassey has the last couple of games as Markkanen hits the three. He's got 6 rebounds. Markkanen, the three.
That's an unbelievable find there from Collier. What you want to do with it as the pass is delivered.
Markkanen again.
14 points off the 6 miscues in the first quarter. Here's Markkanen. This is what he loves, the catch and the shoot, the shot.
Well, he did a nice job at the 5 to block Kessler out. Not necessarily the shot blocker, but being able to stretch the floor bowler.
Markkanen, sweet shot.
Well, if you notice, he always goes up with 2 on the block.
Markkanen in rhythm. Markkanen clears it away to George. Under a minute to go, the Jazz 59, working on a 60-point half. Markkanen dials it up.
Yes, he does.
And he dialed up deep. Sexton finds Collins. Little pass down paint, lost to control to Markkanen. Bang!
Jazz are just giving the Mavericks too many second opportunities.
Straight away, Markkanen. Oh, bank it home. Lauri on the weekend. And the Jazz will reset. Got to hurry. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Collier. Back out. Markkanen open 3. Bang! Finally, the triple finds its way for Lauri.
Well, for one, it's so good to see you here. I feel like we watched you grow up.
Yes, sir.
Right here in Salt Lake City.
Yes, sir.
My question is similar to that because you've seen this league change, right? You've seen development become...
Connect down on his back. John got the clean block and the Jazz back in front court. Collins on a drive. Pass it out to Markkanen. Winds up for 3. You betcha. And the bottom line is LeBron gets it as he nears his 40th birthday. The Davis is where the offense, how it runs through is Markkanen dials up a triple and a pure 3-pointer here in the third. 5-point game. 4th quarter in Salt Lake. Tough shot. Short shot clock. The tougher the better. Markkanen. 4 minutes to play. 101-94. That is a big shot.
Colin Sexton 2 times. In the middle to Kessler. Looking for Markkanen, finds him, and he guns it down from downtown.
Because Utah is out of the gate fast to the seniors.
George inbounds to Kessler, hands to Colin Sexton, top side to Markkanen, and he triples. Colin Sexton to forecourt. It's 86-69 Utah. Sexton, top side to Markkanen, straight on 3 is through.
He didn't need much space.
That's a Markman there.
Quickly out of the arms of Markkanen and into the hoop. Largest lead for Utah, it is 6.
Teammate, the question you asked me about my teammate that talked a lot on the court. I played with Lance Stevenson in Memphis.
Oh yeah, there's the answer.
Let me tell you, he's going to have a conversation with.
Nets need a stop here. Clarkson, 3 to shoot. Markkanen, the dagger.
Markkanen pulls the trigger.
Wow. Well, you see more and more of those, you know, Lauri shooting that ball from almost 30 feet.
Clarkson, a leaning 3. That's tipped by Kessler. You mentioned Kessler's a good rebounder as he keeps another possession alive, and it results in a Markkanen 3.
Yeah, he's big guy, big, strong.
He's watched here by Garland. Clarkson frees himself. Just the short shot. Kessler has another offensive rebound, and it turns into a Markkanen 3.
In their offense, spacing is critical. Nice pass across court, getting it to Donovan, going away from the basket.
Markkanen. Kylick outlets, finds Clarkson. Kylick with a touch pass off to Markkanen, who's ready to shoot, and back-to-back threes as the Jazz 5 for 6. That pass somehow finds Markkanen. Jazz now are 6 for 7.
Makes contact again, swings a pass inside. It's snared by Markkanen.
recovered by Walker Kessler, and up come the Utah Jazz. Markkanen will heave a three right out of the chute, and he knocks it down. Off to Markkanen on the trail. Bingo, it's his second three.
The Blazers are getting some good looks at it. That was a good look for Shaden.
4 minutes left. Good pressure. Each got a piece. They rotate it though to Markkanen, who drills his third three of the night. He comes in the second most. Sexton clears the timeline. Kamara on him. Sexton between the wickets. Hands off here to Markkanen. Step back with 9 to shoot. A three is good. We're tied at 120. Blazers with possession.
The Jazz need to keep the crowd in it early and strike threes. They've been shooting the three well. Last 6 games, 45%. That can't change in this one.
Jazz 9-3. Markkanen catch and shoot. Bang!
You're starting, feel like you have to have a quick impact. But I thought he did well the other night.
That's just his second career start, T. Corner three, Markkanen, splash.
He really does not want to shoot that shot. He'll shoot it if you give him space. And that guy right there, Lauri Markkanen,
he'll take it.
Will shoot over you.
The East with veterans, indeed. Micah Potter asked to inbound. Markkanen deep on a triple try. Got it! 4.1 left. Oh, what a shot by the finisher. Looking at early stats, T, fast break points will be a factor for the Jazz to keep Denver slowing down. How about the three by Markkanen? Walker now with 8 boards as Keontae back out. Sexton over the top. Markkanen catch and shoot. It's that easy, T.
Wow.
Great play. Markkanen again.
Well, he finally gets a clean look.
The NBA's 2 youngest coaches, and they were both on that Celtics staff together. That's a cool looking three by Markkanen. His first triple tonight gives him 10. Duncan Robinson. That's Markkanen for 3. A couple threes in this quarter for Lauri Markkanen.
So until then, he's on the sideline cheering on his team. Guys.
Well, you know the Flame would like to play, and the Jazz would need him. That veteran leadership. Markkanen just knocked down a deep triple. Cody Williams, nice pressure he put on Garrison Matthews. They go inside out once again to 3, back to back. And that is going to call for Quinn Snyder to take the timeout. The Pura 3.
Jazz have to find a way to punish switches.
Markkanen.
That's a good way right there.
As a start. Now he backs down on a reset. Shot clock hits 4 down to 3. Markkanen catch and shoot from the corner.
Bang. That's a great decision. A guard like Trae Young stops on the dime. It's a wide open look.
Markkanen again with a Pura 3. 20 and a half.
Daniels hits it last.
Markkanen hands it off. Here's Juzang. Back out to Lauri. There's that quick catch and shoot. And how about starting the third quarter with a Pura 3? Baseline rebound to Juzang. Collier, the trailer. He'll drive. How about the handles there by the Rook? Kick it. Markkanen handled that pass really well. That ball was to his left, pulled it in. And entertaining game once again as the Jazz are home after a week on the road. They'll play Miami Thursday, then hit Phoenix. Markkanen deep.
Just kind of coming back from injury, but you know, you let him hit a shot like that with your hand in his face, he'll knock it down.
Markkanen stays hot. They are now 2 of 11. Speaking of the Heat, Tyler Hero with a 5-point quarter. The other bucket belongs to Jaquez. Markkanen with a pose on that 3-point shot. Markkanen on the inbound. Catch and shoot, there you go. How about that move? Inside out. Markkanen 3. Got it. Now the Jazz finding a little groove.
Well, guys, that last play we just saw the Jazz execute on offense. That's what Coach Artie is looking for, being intentional offensively, just like that. He says he wants his players to play with purpose on that end of the court.
Another good defensive stand right there by the Jazz.
Markkanen bumped out behind the 3-point line. Bam puts his hands up. That's 6 triples for Markkanen.
That was going in with what you call bad intentions.
Yeah.
Markkanen able to connect. First made three on. He had said earlier in the week when asked about it, he said, yeah, you know, when you start dating your girlfriend, you didn't have her being Miss America on your bingo card.
Yeah, exactly.
Finds fellow rookie Williams. Markkanen raising up from distance and hits it.
The All-Star game's going to be in February, and Casey Wallace, that time the pass got picked off. Certainly part of the rising stars. Markkanen finally gets a three to go down. He missed his first 5 from the outside of that. Just trying to maintain a little structure.
Absolutely.
That's a long 3. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Markkanen curling off a screen, and that is Lauri Markkanen from deep.
122.97 is a correct score. Markkanen 0 for 7 before that make, and now his streak of games with a three-pointer.
Lillard coming off a triple-double. In fact, back-to-back triple-doubles. Nice shot, Markkanen to the rim.
Yeah, and you've got to do your work early with him, knowing he's going to post up. He's going to get 5 or 6 of those a game. Nice 3 there by Lauri, but the defense.
The back of Rudy denied. Kessler the rebound, and the Jazz come back quickly the other way. Markkanen catch and shoot triple, up and in. Great start, Markkanen. People talk about calling all the time, just relentless on both ends of the floor. Euro step inside, missed the shot. Edwards ball's loose. How about Walker? Kept it alive, finds Keontae. He stumbles, finds Markkanen, got it.
Beautiful.
And get that type of a reception.
Yep. I can tell you the Minnesota Timberwolves offense just slowed down ×2.
Slow-mo Joe.
That's right.
Orlando tried to get a quick one in transition off the inbound. Jazz get it back, Markkanen triple. Bang! Yeah. He lets them work through the issues and see what they decide to run. Markkanen nearly lost that ball, takes the triple and hits. Wow. Markkanen drives, kicks. Here's Sexton. He'll put it on the floor. Back out to Markkanen. Looks at his feet. 3. Bang!
Such a smart play by Colin Sexton.
Here's Markkanen. Rolls out behind the three-point line. Beautiful play. Walker took a trip and a fall.
You know, before today's game, if he could see him, they chatted before tonight, and he said he even might come around to shoot around tomorrow just to come say hi as well. So that Wildcat connection is very strong, guys.
Speaking of, Bowler.
So the run now belongs to Indiana, 9-2. Not for long as Markkanen drops a deep 3. Up here a three-pointer here late in the second quarter.
But the first couple of games off the bench, he struggled a little bit just because the landscape was different, but now he's settled into it.
Markkanen. Boy, that's a confident shot.
Here is Markkanen, was inactive in that game Wednesday, so should be a little fresher here tonight. Markkanen gets the look and knocks it down. Suns trying to capitalize and build on their biggest lead of the night. Potter with a drive. Markkanen from the corner. Quiets the crowd with a three-point hit.
Markkanen catch and shoot. Hits it. Lauri Markkanen for 3.
Bryce Sensabaugh on the floor. The catch and shoot. Markkanen. That's a good sign. Shake Milton shakes it inside. Lynn pumps it down. Denied. Walker was there. The Kessler effect. JC strolls into front court. Markkanen deep. Triple. Got it. Up here a three-pointer. Keontae George set to inbound. Finds Walker. Jazz down by 2 with the ball. Markkanen stops and pops straight away 3. Splash. Beautiful. Jackson Hazer, starting center, out for the game with a facial contusion. Suffered in the second quarter. Markkanen deep. Got it.
I'm not sure what Len was thinking.
Continues to work on his conditioning. Said his playing time has helped him in a big, big way. There's a pass out to Collier. He'll dribble drive inside out. Markkanen catch. Release and 3.
Yeah, and another dime for Isaiah Collier. That pass that Jordan Clarkson made, a great block right there. by John turns into, wow!
You're not kidding. Delta Center erupts. Deontay looks inside, drops back behind the three-point line, guarded by SGA. They switch out Markkanen. He'll catch and shoot. Oh my, banked it. Markkanen, there you go.
There it is. That's what he says.
Markkanen. Markkanen.
Gotcha.
And now Wells an open three off the iron, and the rebound to Lauri Markkanen. Walker Kessler had early position underneath. Instead, it's Markkanen, and it's a quick 6-0 lead for Utah. Collins one-on-one with Jalen Wells. Takes him in the lane, goes to the deck. Shot clock at 5. Markkanen hunting a three, put it in.
They have to attempt shots going towards the basket. This is looking like the first quarter again when they were struggling to score because everything was a three, and right now the Jazz locked in.
Got to punish the switch.
Markkanen, catch and shoot, launches and hits.
Switch is punished.
Ball's loose, picked up by Sexton, and he wastes no time. He's pointing, let's go. Lauri deep, drained it, a pure three-pointer.
Yeah, that rebound came off pretty quick, kind of caught the Jazz in cement.
Lauri tries again. How about 3? Not 1, not 2, but 3 triples.
Jazz did their job. Great interior defense.
Markkanen by himself. Triple. Good.
Nice. Capitalized on some really good D.
Well, Kessler is one of the best shot blockers in the league this season, but that time didn't get up early enough. Three-point try. Markkanen, top of the key.
He's put his stamp on his game, and it's been fun to watch so far.
Officials talk it over, realize, yes, indeed, it is Utah basketball. DiVincenzo stops and goes short on his three-point attempt. Now here's Sexton. Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen drops in a 3. Participation policy in the NBA. They get slapped with a $100,000 fine, and if it happens again, the next fine's $250K. Markkanen, a three-pointer.
Great athleticism, great quickness, good handles.
And T, to your point, Buzelis has scored the last 7 for Chicago. Markkanen, throws down a quick turn. Deontay with 10 on the shot clock. Off to Markkanen, sets his feet, 3, got it.
Beautiful.
Boy, no hesitation. Markkanen dancing to his left, lost the handle. Now they blitz 2, wide open as sends a ball. He has trouble with the control of the dribble. Now Markkanen, lets it fly with hardly a breath on the shot clock. Jazz 4 of 6. That includes 2 of 3 from behind the arc. All buckets belong to Kessler from downtown. Speaking of downtown, Markkanen.
Well, Deontay got grazed on the chin by Booker, but Booker got hung on the rim on that dunk attempt.
How about Markkanen? Walker was hot early. Now Markkanen has dropped 8.
Well, he had to make Walker Kessler decide when he's going to guard him or stay on this guy.
Markkanen. They've hit just 2 of their last 10 shots.
Yeah, they're switching on Lauri, so they're not giving him really anything open.
Markkanen step back 3. That works. Over Durant, mind you.
Markkanen on the other side for 3. It is good, and it quiets the crowd. Markkanen, a quick 3. Oh, he retaliates. Markkanen, just his second basket, does have 10.
In the second half.
I can imagine Ty Lue walking into the locker room and saying, yep, and then just walking out. 3 in the corner again for Markkanen. That's where they hit all their threes.